What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time watching this channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it if you're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this past Friday, which was 4 days ago, I did a story concerning this dude right here. This is a sick individual, and he's trifling and sad, in my opinion. And I'll explain all this why, and you'll see it in the video series I'll show you. Guy you see up here is from Detroit, Michigan. Shout out Detroit. This guy's name is Desmond Burks. He's 34 years old. This guy in 2023 took the life of this guy right here. The guy you see down here is Dr. DevonHoover. He was a neurosurgeon out there in Michigan. And he and Mr. Burks were involved in a romantic relationship, so to speak, or gay for pay. No offense to anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? And this guy wound up killing this man. They're saying it was a fit of jealousy. I think it was more than that. I think greed was involved. Reason why we're talking about this story again is more information came out about that hearing that he was in, where they found him competent to stand trial, and they dismissed 2 of the people he used to help launder money while stealing from this guy after he murdered him. Ladies and gentlemen, the way he did this man is dirty, and you'll hear about it in here, but these are the charges he's facing: first-degree murder, felony murder, larceny over $20,000. This guy stole cash, shot the man, rolled him up in plastic or a carpet, butt naked in his house, in his mansion. And so much, it's so much with the story. But listen, this is something you got to see to believe. I think it's fault on both sides. And this guy, for him to be a neurosurgeon, he's dumb as hell to be jumping in and out of the flames with this type of individual. Take a look at the story.
Intimate details and new evidence emerge in the murder of a Detroit surgeon as witnesses testify under heightened security. Well, prosecutors say surveillance video shows Desmond Burke wearing jewelry owned by Dr. DevonHoover just days after the neurosurgeon's death.
Witnesses testified about the relationship between the 2 men and a backpack containing the victim's belongings. Local 4's Erica Erickson following this for us throughout the weeks of court proceedings. And Erica, there's some extreme steps being taken to protect witnesses on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. The judge says there's been threats made on both sides of this. So we're only referring to those testifying during this hearing as witnesses, nothing more. Today we heard intimate phone calls and text messages and heard from those who had interactions with both the suspect and a victim.
He just said his doctor friend came to visit him.
3 witnesses identifying 34-year-old Desmond Burks, not only in surveillance video near Dr. DevonHoover's white SUV just around the block from where Burks had been living, but with Hoover inside his home. Prosecutors say the 2 had been intimately involved.
And what activity did you observe?
I observed them have intercourse.
Hoover found shot twice in the back of his head in April of 2023, his nude body wrapped in carpet in the attic of his Boston Edison home. A witness testifying Tuesday that Burks had been struggling financially, selling drugs.
Did he do anything else to make money?
Yes, he sold himself.
But days after Hoover's murder, the witness says Burks had an additional cell phone, had been buying jewelry at the mall, and sending others money.
So he told you that the deceased person sent you money as well?
Yes.
The same witness says Burks asked them to get rid of a backpack after his arrest, inside finding toothpaste, clothes, a 9mm, and
a black and gray box with Dr. Hoover's name on it. And then inside was a pair of surgical goggles with his name inscribed on it.
That witness then says they watched Burks throw a gun into the Rouge River, later identifying Burks here, wearing the same watch prosecutors say the doctor purchased 2 days before his murder.
Now, the defense has been arguing in some of the videos you cannot see the suspect's face, and just because the person has a distinct walk, a limp to be exact, that does not mean that that person is Burks. This could wrap up tomorrow. We'll have live updates as this hearing continues. You can head over to clickondetroit.com for those live updates.
To sparring in the courtroom on day 3 of the preliminary exam for Desmond Burks. Burks is the man accused in the murder of Dr. DevonHoover, a renowned neurosurgeon found murdered in his home in Detroit's Boston Edison district. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham was back in court today as prosecutors revealed Burks came into a lot of cash after the death of Hoover.
My question was simple. Were these your words, yes or no? That was it.
She asked the follow-up question.
No, I didn't. She asked me to read it back to her, and I read it back to her.
So she could answer the question.
Attorneys fought over whether certain questions could be asked in a case filled with charges of murder and sex with complete strangers. Prosecutors played this video of Desmond Burks walking into a jewelry store at Fairlane Mall on April 22, 2023, the day Dr. DevonHoover was discovered dead in his home. A woman familiar with the transaction says Burks bought a 10-carat yellow gold charm and 10-carat yellow gold diamond earrings.
And how did that individual pay?
Cash.
An expensive cash transaction, despite more witnesses describing Burks as broke. Those same witnesses testified that Burks sent them hundreds of dollars via Cash App from an unknown account. They were then instructed to send the money to Burks' actual Cash App account and to keep a little money for themselves. They were then told to delete their Cash App account. In addition to murder, Burks is charged with larceny. He's accused of stealing more than $30,000 from Dr. Hoover through Cash App and bank fraud transactions. One woman says Burks instructed her to buy him some Cartier glasses online with Hoover's credit card number and to buy something nice for herself.
And were you given immunity for the credit card fraud and the fraudulent activities that took place in this case?
Yes.
The woman testified that Burks previously broke her jaw, so the woman's brother got revenge.
My brother shot him.
Your brother shot him? Do you know why?
After becoming associated with Burks over a period of time, another woman testified that she's scared of Burks and faced threats.
And what was it that he told you about the situation and why he was arrested?
He said that they was trying to frame him. They was trying to put the murder on him.
Well, now to the man accused of murdering a beloved Detroit neurosurgeon, going to trial.
Desmond Burks allegedly killed Dr. DevonHoover back in April of 2023. He is also charged in a road rage shooting that took the life of a Dearborn man this past April.
Well, today Burks was bound over for trial on a long list of charges, including first-degree murder, felony murder, and larceny. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham has been in court every minute of this high-profile preliminary hearing.
He joins us now with a look at what led a district court judge to send this case to trial.
During closing arguments, the prosecution admitted this case relies on circumstantial evidence. In fact, investigators never recovered a gun that one of Desmond Burks' former lovers say he watched Burks toss into the Rouge River. Dr. DevonHoover's family left 36th District Court satisfied during what's been a horrible family tragedy. They sat through 3 days of disturbing testimony during the preliminary exam, where witnesses recall helping Desmond Burks steal from the neurosurgeon. It was enough for the judge to rule in favor of the prosecution on the 4th day.
The court does find that there's probable cause to believe that the defendant did commit the crimes charged.
The challenge for the prosecution: there are no eyewitnesses to the crime.
Yes, this is a circumstantial case. Yes, you have to connect the dots, but I think the picture that we've been painting all along is the one issue in this case is who murdered Dr. Hoover.
Prosecutors say Hoover often paid Burks for sex. As for motive to kill him, the prosecution says Burks perhaps may have been jealous of Hoover's success, greedy, or that there could have been romantic jealousy, as revealed in text messages.
Where Dr. Hoover inquires whether or not Desmond would like to introduce another third party.
The prosecution is wondering why Burks left his cell phone at home, yet allegedly brought a gun when Hoover came to pick him up and take him to Hoover's home, the day the doctor died.
There's no testimony given that Mr. Burks had a gun on April 22nd.
The defense says premeditated murder has not been proven.
It's apparent from the evidence in this case that Dr. Hoover lived a dangerous lifestyle. There's stipulated testimony from a neighbor that Dr. Hoover allowed men into his home, many men from what it sounds like, and they stayed there for about 45 minutes.
The defense says several witnesses are not credible since they received immunity for the fraudulent activity they admitted to committing with Burks and destroying evidence.
There is no direct evidence in this case that Mr. Burks was the shooter here.
Burks' next court date is July 3rd, where he will be formally arraigned in circuit court, and a trial date will likely be set. Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Absolutely trifling. That's embarrassing too. I'm gonna tell you, other video I showed, 2 women that was up on the stand was people he was passing money to that he had relationships with as well previously. One of them told on his dumb ass and was up on the stand after he broke her jaw and her brother shot him. That's why he was walking with a cane in that first video that I showed last week, you know, and that explains that. Other girl helped him go throw the gun in the river. I guess give me a ride so I can throw the gun in the river. Sending them Cash App money to go buy him some Cartier glasses frames. You killed this man that you were sexually involved with. You know what I'm saying? And regardless if he's gay or not, he's stupid too. You know what I'm saying? You out there playing with this guy, then going back to the hood and bragging about how you got a doctor friend and all this other stuff. All the while mixing fluid with chicks at the same time. Disgusting. How trifling can you be? Look at this dude. And this is why I blame the doctor for this whole damn thing. That guy got snake written all over him. Yet your lust for man meat got you in a jam where he killed you. Shot him twice in his head. Twice. Then rolled him up and left him in his house. Only reason why he was found was because it was a welfare check. You killed this man for a 10-karat gold chain. Charm. What did he buy? A bracelet? A 10-karat gold? 10-karat gold ain't nothing. $30,000 in cash you stole from the man. Took his credit cards. Cartier frames. What else did they say he took? I'm trying to remember from that video I did on Friday. Some other stuff. You was driving around in his car, fronting, acting like you had it like that while this man is dead. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, damn, he should have known better. And he did know better. But there's some people out here that have everything and still have boredom, and they risk it all to dance with the devil. And things happen. How can you feel bad for him? You know what I'm saying? And under no circumstances do I have a problem with gay people. In fact, shout out to gays. You know what I'm saying? The struggle is real. But I got to be honest with you. This was some stupid shit. You let the guy come to your house, and then you would bring your Range Rover or whatever it was around there and drop him off in the hood around the corner from his house. And you ain't think nothing was going to happen to you? You that comfortable. Then, did you hear the thing? Hey, let's bring another man into the relationship. They saying it might be jealousy, it might be this, it might be that. Let me tell you something. This dude was doing something strange for the change. If the money was right, he'd have went with it. See, my big thing about this is this guy running around here, he buying all the stuff that fits the stereotype, the shines, gotta have the fly specs and all this other stuff, but he was broke. Said he was selling drugs and selling ass. And this doctor running around here, ringing around the rosy, exposing himself. Could have got messed up real bad. I had to burp, I'm sorry. Just think about this. How you fronting after killing somebody and acting like you done came in the money off the blood and back of somebody else? Then I told you the guy's a neurosurgeon. Neurosurgeons is hard. It's not a lot of them. People be thinking like, oh, they like regular doctors. It's not a lot of them. A lot of people depend on this man. And now he's gone because of your selfishness. You went up there and tried to play crazy. Nah, your goofy ass will go up there in front of the judge and you'll be trying. They're going to smoke this dude. Had the doctor stuff in his backpack. Everything traces to him. Yeah. how you as women, man, I'm telling you, this is how you know people be desperate in the hood. They'll just be a part of a crime just to be a part of it sometime, or just for a little bit of trinkets of change. Yeah, boom. I'm going to send you all this money, and then after I send you all this money, you got to get rid of your Cash App. Nobody asking questions? Take a little bit for yourself. All right, dumbass shit. Opportunistic. They can't even use them as witnesses, even though they went there and spoke and had critical evidence that linked him to him. What you think about that? It gotta be embarrassing as a man to sit in court, i.e. like the Diddy trial, and have people tell your intricate, dark business in front of a bunch of strangers. And it's linking you to murdering a dude butt naked. The fuck out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I find both fault on both sides. The big thing is the doctor to me. This guy showed you what he is. And like I told you in life, when people show you who they are, you believe them. A lot of people take that mask off and you might not believe it. Yeah, well, fuck around and find out. Boom, Exhibit A right there. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.